So we're going to find the rule of this linear graph. Now we know it's a linear graph because it's a straight line that joins all the ordered pairs together. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down my 4 ordered pairs that I've got, all the red points. So the first one I've got is -2, -2. Then I've got -1, 0. Then I've got 0, 2. And 1, 4. Okay, once I have those ordered pairs, I'm going to use those, put them in a table, and then try and figure out the rule that joins all the points together. So a little table to start with. Drop those lines in. Okay, so up the top I've written my x values in, or I've written this side of all the ordered pairs in order, and now I'm just going to write the y values in. Okay, the reason why we put it in a table is we're trying to figure out what we do to the top number, or the x value, to get to the bottom number. It has to be the same in each of those cases. I'm going to start with the 1 because the 1's nice, and I'm going to go, well, so I'm starting with this x value here. And I'm going, what could I do to that x to get to the y value down here? Now the obvious one is, of course, 1 plus 3. So 1 plus 3 works for that one, but you then have to look at the next one down, and does 0 plus 3 equal 2? No, it doesn't, so it can't be plus 3. So it's not going to be as simple as adding and subtracting. There's going to be a multiplication or a division in there, and then there's going to be maybe an add or subtract after that. So this is a bit of trial and error, but I'm going to start by multiplying by 2, just because it's a small number. It gets close to the 4, and I can work on that really easily. So I'm going to just try and say, well, if I had 1 and I times it by 2, that answers 2. I'd have to add 2 more on to get to 4. Okay, so I've used the x value here, and I've multiplied by 2 and plus by 2, and I've got the value down the bottom there. So let's have a look at if it works for the next one as well. So the next x value going left is 0. So if I go 0 times 2 plus 2, the answer is 2. That one works. Looking pretty good. So let's try -1 times 2 plus 2 equals, so -1 times 2 is -2, add another 2 is 0. We don't even need to do the last one. So what this is telling me is that y is equal to 2 times whatever x is plus another 2. Okay, and this is my rule that holds true for every single point on that green line. Okay, so if I was to look at x equals -3, so I'm looking at this point here, and I go down to where it meets the graph. I go across to there. It's telling me that the x value would be -3, and the y value would be -4. Okay, let's put that into. So it would be 2 times -3 plus 2, which would equal 2 times -3 is -6 plus 2 is -4. Woohoo! And here's my general rule. Okay, so that is using the graph to take out the ordered pairs, to put them in a table, and then to use trial and error to figure out what the rule is. The whole point behind the graphing is that there is a much quicker way, particularly with linear graphs in this case, that works every single time, and it's quick, it's easy, and if you can do this, then you're well on your way to doing well in maths in secondary school.